So before we get into it, though, I do want to ask who's responsible for this awesome artwork? Who's
Oh,
responsible
that's
for that?
our yeah, that's our friend Bryan. His name is also Bryan. My name is Bryan. Um, he's originally from Chico. Where does he live now? Where did he move to?
Somewhere in Los Angeles. Brian
Nicholas
Espinoza.
Espinoza.
Yeah, that's his full
Okay.
name. Super
Yeah,
rad art.
yeah, very
Yeah.
cool. And we had been friends with him for a while and always really admired what he did. And I think he had maybe offered to Brandon, our singer, just like anytime he wanted to hit him up to do something, he was down. So we were like, oh, this would be perfect.
Yeah, it's awesome. How'd you guys discover or decide on that design?
I think we all like went to like talk about who we wanted to go for album art, and then we all separately sent the same guy,
Yeah.
Brian, and we're like, oh yeah, done. Like the medium he uses is like he like is he carving out of leather or?
Yeah, that one it's hand carved out of leather, and then he
Wow.
made the print relief of it.
And you can like stamp it onto more stuff.
Yeah,
So
so we have the actual like thing.
So
So,
you can use it. That's awesome. You make a great t-shirt. Just
but
saying.
yeah, I
oh yeah,
think
yeah.
that's the plan. But as far as the actual design, Brandon had like I think he had seen it in like historical paintings, this motif of a hell mouth, and it's like this gnarly fucked up monster, and inside its mouth there's all this like chaos. And so that's if you kind of look at it, it's like a mouth and there's all this like evil looking shit coming out of it.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
Dante's.
Yeah.
that goes perfect with the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He was thinking ahead. Now, well, I
Yeah.
appreciate your time. If you do a quick introduction so people know who you are and kind of maybe talk about, I mean, the band started in 2023, and within what, a year and a half, you guys had a whole album written. And
Oh
so
yeah.
Yeah.
just kind of talk about how you guys came to be, I guess.
Yeah. Well, thank you for talking to us, first of all.
Yeah.
We're happy to take the time. I'm Bryan. I play guitar and do backup vocals.
Jake and I play bass.
Awesome. Awesome.
But
Well, then,
yeah, to talk about forming the band.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we ended up.
Well, so Brandon, our singer, after some show, I don't even remember what bands were playing. He came up to me and was like, "Hey man, do you want to start a band that just sounds like really fucked up and crazy?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, totally, dude." And I was like, "Oh, you know who else we should get?" And our other guitar player was literally standing right behind him, and I was like, "Oh, we should get Colby too." And Colby turned around and was like, "Oh, what?" And I was like, "Oh, you want to do like a really fucked up gnarly band with me and Brandon?" He was like, "Yeah, totally." So that was kind of the impetus of it, and the three of us got together a handful of times and kicked around a few like very half baked riffs, and then we were like, oh, we should figure out a bass player, and we didn't really know anyone that was like already an established bass player that wasn't already in a million bands or someone we wanted to like play with. And we were like, well, who would we want to play with if it was just someone that we like hanging out with?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so then we asked Jake because he's just our homie, and you were a guitar player.
yeah. The funny part from my end is Brandon just went, "You want to play in a band?" And I was like, "Sure." I haven't played in a band with Brandon yet. Why not? And I had no idea what I was playing. I just showed up. And he's like, "All right, your bass." I was like, "All right, cool."
And then it
How you
was a
guys?
long time before we had a drummer.
Oh,
Yeah,
how long?
6 months while
Oh,
I was in the band. 6, 7, 8 months.
So
I'm
it
like,
was like almost a year for the other three of us. Like
yeah.
we couldn't think of anybody that was local and we knew could like play what we wanted to do and wasn't already in 20 bands.
yeah, that's the problem. Is
Yeah.
20 bands.
Well, I mean, you all are in different bands, so how do you guys manage that, schedule, I guess? Or do you
Very
manage it?
carefully.
Yeah, it's
uh somewhat successfully.
yeah, juggling a lot of plates. Especially with like personal lives and stuff. It's it's
Yeah,
it's it's hard,
because we
but
all work full time. I have two jobs. We're at his girlfriend's house. My girlfriend is inside talking to her. So like
yeah,
I'm in another pretty serious band, and you were until recently, and like everybody's just got a ton of stuff going on. But I think like this has been the fun band the whole time, and so I think keeping the fun at the forefront makes it feel like less of an obligation and more of
Yeah,
like
just
a
gravitate towards the fun. That's always the best part to do.
yeah,
Because then
Yeah,
it shows in your music too. You guys love what you do. You're in with a group of people you love. It's magic. It works well. So
yeah.
that's
exactly.
yeah. And now, but each band was kind of a different genre. You have like what, punk, metal, new metal, doom. How do you reconcile that when you guys are writing this massive, this album, your first self-titled debut album? How did you guys
I,
manage what to write and
I I think for us, like we all have our separate influences, but then we have like similar influences that all of us can like agree on. We're like, oh, we should just do something like sounds horrible like that. Like let's shoot for something like that. And I think with this band, we all were just like, because a lot of bands, like at least me and Brandon for a long time would grow up. There's a bunch of pizza places around town and like bands that have absolutely no business playing in those pizza places 10 years ago are huge now, playing giant theaters. And like the Primitive Man was one. Like our pizza place like half a mile away from here at Monstro's, they
I didn't know that.
yeah they played there like twice.
Wow.
Yeah. um the guy Ethan, I think, is a booking agent too for a bunch of bands, and he they played there, and like 10 years ago, I was like, oh, I love this band, and so I think that that's how we all kind of formed like a collective music taste between the rest of us.
Yeah, like we
yeah,
have our kind of like North Star bands that we all reference. And then I think it's what makes it cool and unique is like we all have our own like language, so to speak, that we bring to to the table with writing and stuff. Like Colby and I, the myself and the other guitar player, we play in a hardcore band together. And so we come from this like punk background where this is like our slow doom band. And then, Jake was in a death metal band for like what, 15 years?
Yeah, 16 and a half.
16,
Yeah.
yeah. And Brandon's been like the doom wizard in the community for 100 years. And
Yeah, and he's been booking shows, and those are the shows that we were all going to collectively.
yeah.
So
So
is that how you
for
guys all
him, it's
met?
like this.
I would say yeah, that's how we met, was like playing or playing shows with his old band like the Mackay and Amarok, and it's a small town, and to like clock that you're like, oh, you're you like gross stuff, like we're both the same, like
Yeah.
it's funny because it's like age disparity. Like Brandon's up there, and like I don't want to dox him or anything, but his uh Colby is our like youngest.
He's 25.
25, yeah. And so I'm 35, almost 36, and so yeah, we're you know
And I met Colby when Colby started coming to shows when he was 15,
Oh
and
wow.
I'm 30, so I mean I'm 5 years older than them, but
yeah.
yeah, it's been a trip. Like, and then Brandon, has known me since I was a kid, and you
Yeah, same
since
thing.
you were a kid, and it's
Yep.
So you know each other. So you could work well together because you kind of know each other's um, quirks and stuff.
Yeah, we're,
So
we're,
yeah,
we're friends first, I
yeah,
think. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
That was
that's
kind of the
awesome.
thing. Like when we were picking people to play with, it was like going back to what I said about like who do we just want to hang out with? Who do we want an excuse to hang out with every week?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Now, have you guys set up a series of shows to celebrate this new album coming out?
Yeah, we got April 3rd in Oakland at a place called the Hive, I believe. This is all off the top of my head, so I might mess it. Naked Lounge on April 4th, which is our like home base. Like we play there almost exclusively while we're getting off the ground and everything. And then April 5th in Sacramento at the Cafe Colonial. Just
Oh
solid,
boy,
yeah,
Mhm.
solid venue.
yeah.
And then I think in May we're doing one in Nevada City. It's like a big benefit show, right?
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, we're playing with some cool bands.
Well, that's
That
cool
one,
bands,
yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. The last time I was at Cafe Colonial, I said, "Oh my," it's because I'm a photographer, and I got knocked over several times trying to shoot there.
That's
Was it at the Colony side or the cafe side?
Cafe side where they don't even have whiskey. I went there and I said, "Can I get a Jack and Coke?" And they're like, "We don't have Jack, but we have something that tastes like
They're
it."
like,
And I
we
don't
have a
even know what it
vegan chicken
was.
sandwich.
Yeah,
yeah,
it tasted like flat 7 Up. It was not tasting like
Yeah.
whiskey at all.
I love that place though. I broke my hand playing at the other side in my other band.
hmm
I thought, yeah.
yeah.
How did you do that?
I sing in that band, and I so my hand one of my hands was free, and I punched the stage.
We
Oh,
he has an alter ego. We call it Level Bryan, and he gets real
oh,
angry and
It was just excitement.
he breaks
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, he's
Myself.
yeah, he's both mostly himself. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
you're
that's
you're you're from Sacramento, right?
yeah, yeah.
I think I remember. It's revocation show. I think we were both shooting photos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
was going to ask you about that because I thought your name sounded familiar. And I was like, I know he was with Aberrants, but I wasn't sure.
yeah,
So,
yep,
but yeah, I was shooting Revocation that day.
yeah,
I think I've done them twice since.
yeah. Brett's the homie. I love that man to death.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I thought it was you. I was like, I'm not going to bring it up unless he
Yep,
remembers. I'm like,
yep.
oh, yeah, that was a couple of years ago, but
Yeah, tiny,
yeah,
tiny,
it's
tiny
good times.
world.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking at Cafe Colonial. I was like, maybe I'll come and shoot you guys, but I get knocked over every time. There's no pit, and
Yeah,
there's just a very exuberant people,
Yeah.
and and perfect with your name. You guys are hard, grimy. You guys get out that sludgy stuff, and people react to that. And my cat is howling, and so yeah, my cat's screaming, but it's par for the course. So it's the perfect venue for you guys to get your aggression out. Just don't break your hand again.
yeah.
That's not good.
That is an expensive lesson to learn. Good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've got one other question that is the usual ones, and I got a couple weird ones. Um, what were your influences growing up? What made you do hardcore? What made you do punk? What was you saw somebody on stage or on TV and went, that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my life.
For me, honestly, like I started out listening to like a bunch of like classic rock and stuff, and like Thin Lizzy, like Led Zeppelin, all those. And I was like these riffs are sick. Like Jailbreak is just a mean riff, and I was like, what's some other stuff that sounds like this? And that led me into going down the rabbit hole. Ended up at like Mastodon, Lamb of God, those kind of bands, and then further and further down the rabbit hole until I'm like listening to like a Toilet Wolf Flesh. Be like, yeah, that's sick.
You're like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah,
How
Um,
about you?
I think for me, I was the youngest of three kids, and my two older siblings were both into like late 90s, early 2000s, like pop punk, kind of like mainstream emo stuff. And I remember my older brother, specifically, I remember having a Blink 182 song stuck in my head, and I didn't know where it came from or what the song was. And I remember calling him and being like, "Hey man, what's that song where he says all the small things?" And he was like, "Oh, you mean all the small things?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And I got really into Blink 182, and that was why I learned guitar. And then it was kind of like what Jake was saying, like chasing the bands that influenced them. And that was like getting into like, other like 90s punk bands that were kind of melodic. And then it was like, oh, sick, like Black Flag is really cool. And then getting into hardcore and making the jump over into metal and getting into doom and stuff. And that's kind of it for me.
yeah. It's a little bit of the same on all sides too.
Yeah.
Like I got Tony Hawk, Pro Skater,
Yeah.
Guilty.
That is actually where, being 4 years old in 1999 and my brother having the first Tony Hawk game and hearing the Dead Kennedys for the first time. And I was like, whoa.
Police
Yeah.
Drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny because I just interviewed earlier today Bobby from Corrosion of Conformity. And back
Nice.
in the 80s, they were hella punk, and now they're more metal. And I said, the new album that they have coming out, is it similar or different than the past? And he goes, it's a little bit of everything. So I'm excited for that too. But it's
Nice.
funny how,
Actually.
Yeah, we
oh
saw
yeah,
Alice Cooper
Yeah.
and Judas Priest.
Priest.
Yeah,
I've never seen Alice Cooper. That's one of my bucket
Great.
list
So
items. I
Fantastic.
bet.
Incredible.
Yeah. What is one of like a famous riff? Like I always think of, James Hetfield, Metallica. What are some famous riffs that you guys can remember when you were a kid? Like, what the hell? How'd they do that?
Oh, that police truck riff actually, because it's so
It's got like delay.
it's there's so many weird effects on it, and they have such a
East Bay
unique
Ray,
guitar. Yeah, East Bay Ray, such a unique guitar tone all over their entire discography. But hearing that, I feel like that's flipped a switch in my brain.
Yeah.
That I was like, I need to like chase this.
This is a weird one for me because I think it might have been Green Day,
Ah,
uh, and it was I think Basket Case. The When I figured out what palm muting was, it's like
Yeah,
that's it.
that unlocks a lot of
Ban it,
doors.
ban it,
Yeah.
ban it. And I was like, all right, that's sick. That's sick. I like this.
and that's more punk. So I see how it all
Yeah,
kind of everything influences you if you hear it and you're like it sings to you. So
if
Oh,
if
totally.
it's cool, it's cool, and that's our
Yeah.
our whole entire thing. Like, if it's good.
I Yeah, I interviewed another person a long time ago, Luca from Necro, and I asked him what does he and his wife listen to when they're not performing, and he said they listen to the Bee Gees, and I thought
Dude, the
the
Bee
Bee
Gees
Gees, yeah,
sick.
the Bee Gees, and I'm like, well, I mean, I closetly liked them a little while ago when I was a kid, but
Yeah, yeah,
Love the
Bee
Bee
Gees, really? He's talking
yeah.
about drill the skull, and he goes I'm like, what? No, that's crazy.
There is
Okay,
so much stuff that you can like take from if you can like lift from like pop music and do all that stuff. It like all you all you're doing is like the melodies are still there, like Cannibal Corpse. They've got catchy hooky riffs, but they're going but if you take all the extra notes out, it's like be doo boop doo.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
give it
like
a
the
disco
Wiggles.
beat. Yeah. It the Radio Disney versions of songs, like
Yeah.
the YouTube
So funny.
stuff. It's
YouTube
hilarious.
friendly. Yeah, apparently YouTube likes to censor people now. So it's X just
Yeah.
had a release of one of their songs off their new album, and I guess the video was so questionable that YouTube wouldn't let them show it. So they had to redo it just
Oh,
to
yeah,
show it
yeah.
on YouTube. They had to make it more user friendly, I guess. I don't know.
That was like the playbook with Behemoth for a while. It
I'm
was
sure.
put it out, get banned, put out the censored version. Like they'd had it ready to go.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. Hey, no, you're in the news. People are looking. They want to know why it was
Exactly.
banned. So I think
Exactly.
that's awesome.
All press is good press, whatever.
Yep. Yep. So, um, so people can get the album today. It's been released today. Where can they go to your website? Where can they get it?
I think there's links on all of our website, all the social media and stuff, and I think
Okay.
that funnels you to, is it the Bandcamp or is it the label
I
pages?
believe it's our Bandcamp, and it is mordeo.bandcamp.com. We have a bunch of very confusing. We got Mordeo Chico, I think, is our Facebook, and then mordeo.time is our Instagram, and that's a play on
Modelo
Modelo.
time.
Even though I'm the only one that drinks beers.
Yeah.
Okay. I will make sure I have that noted in my review, or when I post this.
Yeah.
Now, my two weird questions I have is: you guys are in Chico. Is Madison Bear Gardens still a thing there?
It
Oh
is.
yeah, yeah,
Really? Oh my God!
yeah.
When I was in college, that's where I used to go to drink. But
Mhm.
it was a
We
fun place.
my girlfriend and I went on it last fall around Halloween when we went on a ghost tour, and that was one of the stops. And if you walk around the base, or if you look at the base of the outside of the building, there's these like pentagrams all over the outside.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, because it was like an old Freemason
Huh.
place,
Oh,
like hangout. So there's all
oh,
kinds of stuff
I'm
there.
gonna have to go back now. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, no, it's still there on the corner of the college. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And then where are you guys right now? I see a couch, but I see the great outdoors.
This is my girlfriend's house. She's got a
Okay.
very lovely setup in the backyard.
Yeah, it's a very
I'm a
nice.
little jealous because it's a nice
Yeah,
day out, so it
beautiful
looks
day.
good.
She's got lots of plants and a little garden and stuff. She's very excited about it, and I've been doing interviews back here since it's tucked away, so it's cool. It's nice.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
So, um, if your song Coward is any indication, this is going to be a good, dirty, hard album. So I'm very excited and looking forward to going onto my Amazon and uploading it all to my personal favorites. But is there any songs on the album that particularly speak to you individually or collectively? Like, is there one song that you go, ooh, that one hits a little close, or you wrote it because it's something that you've experienced?
It's hard to say because I think lyrically, at least, I mean, that's all Brandon. A lot of those songs, I don't think we even heard him sing them until like
Till it went to record,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, he kind of kept it close to his vest.
Yeah. So I guess I don't really know. It's hard to say. I think a few of the songs are also kind of like,
Pretty personal, I think.
well, yeah, personal, and then there's some that are kind of just like, I don't know, like they're not about like a real thing that happened. Like,
It's
Yeah.
just a song, yeah.
yeah, like Brandon's never killed anyone and fed him to an alligator.
That you know.
That I
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm gonna
Right?
disappear after this, and
But sometimes a song is just a song.
yeah,
So, and it may hit somebody, maybe somebody will listen to it going, oh, that resonates with me. Well, hopefully not the alligator feeding part, but
Yeah, that one was a working title, and then he just ended up making the song
Yeah,
around
there's
the
two
working
songs on the record where we had goofy working titles for all of them, but there was two that he was like, these are too good, I'm keeping them, and it was Fight Your Friends, and then the last song is, I think it's Profits for Profits or Profit or whatever.
Yeah, Profits for Profits, but spelled like P-O or P-R-O-O-F and then P-H as well. So,
But then
yeah.
it's parenthetical
Fits.
Swamp Justice, which was the working title.
we
I
called
love
it
it.
because it sounded like the first riff sounded like a old
Like a Louisiana-based crime drama.
yeah, like a CSI, like like a Butt on the Bayou.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh, that's good. Well, I appreciate your time. Is there any like parting words of wisdom that you would give someone who wants to do what you guys do?
Should just do it and keep playing.
Yeah, just
play music.
start and don't stop. Like it's gonna suck, and you kind of get out and do it, and get your wiggles out and figure it out. And I think another thing we've been saying when people ask us that recently is like, just play with people that you like. Like we said, it's more important to find people that you like spending time with than finding like the best guitar player that you know.
Yeah, you don't want to be miserable and like, man, that guy plays guitar and I just want to
piece of shit.
Yeah, right? You want to just take the guitar and hit him over the head with it. So
Yeah, no, it's so much more important to, because then you look forward to working together on shit, and then everyone's gonna get better, and then you end up making something that's much better overall that everyone is more proud of.
awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. Do you have a show coming up where people can see you? I know you'd mentioned it, but
third
again because I forgot.
April 3rd in Oakland,
Okay.
April 5th in 4th in Chico, and April 5th in
Sacramento.
Sacramento Cap.
And then
Okay.
May 1st in Nevada City.
Oh, okay.
And I think eventually we'll get out and do more like West Coast stuff, but we're all busy with our other bands and doing other stuff. Pretty much, I think, until like fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to get out there,
And people can get their fix now by getting your album.
Exactly. Yeah.
That works for me.
It's on Napster, I think.
Yeah, got the video, which he shot and edited.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome. Well, then I'll make sure that we have links to all of that. So thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
It was nice
Thank
meeting
you. Take care. It was nice meeting you. Nice seeing you again.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye.